Okay, perfect. Welcome to Town of Fort Smith regular meeting of Tuesday, August 19th, 2025. I can confirm we have a quorum. The Mayor and Council wish to acknowledge that the Town of Fort Smith is located within Treaty 8 territory. Treaty 8 territory also encompasses the traditional homelands of the Salt River First Nation, Thabetid, Denisuthaline Nation, and the Indigenous Métis peoples of Fort Smith. These nations have maintained stewardship of the sacred lands and throughout the generations. We honor your knowledge, teachings, traditions, and the land. We're mindful that colonization has not been kind, and we respectfully recognize our generational histories and commit to strive for unity in the spirit of truth and reconciliation. If I can have someone move the agenda.
I'll move that the agenda be adopted as presented.
Okay, and second. Okay. There is one addition that was a late addition. I'll put it under H. And that was, it was emailed out for the appointment of acting SAO. Councillor Karshuk, are you okay with the addition?
Yep.
And Councillor Benwell?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. No other additions. So the folks, so for Councillor Cox and Councillor Baith, I will just assume you're in agreement unless you yell. Okay? Okay. Perfect. All in favor? Okay, passed unanimously. We do not have any delegations for tonight. Terrible pen. We need the approval of the minutes from our 0825 meeting, so we can move that.
I'll move that the minutes of the regular meeting 08-25 August 5th, 2025 be adopted as presented.
Thank you. And seconded by?
I'll second.
Councillor Tucky. All in favor?
No discussion.
Well, I will, it says business arising from minutes. Okay, perfect. So now, any discussion? Business arising from minutes? No, none from the folks on Teams, and none from here? Okay. All right. So moving on, we have no declaration of financial interest. So under our administration, we have community services. We had the minutes from our July 15th meeting. Those are for information. Is there any questions from those minutes? None? Okay, great. Also then, you have your community services director report, which was huge. Huge and well done. Is there any questions from that really thorough, very informative director's report? No? Just say awesome job, and that director is going to be so missed, and we love her reports. So, okay.
Just have a question.
Sure.
I don't know, maybe I'm looking at the wrong one.
Perhaps.
On the capital project updates, it says streetscaping, 30 new garbage bins. Those aren't like those big commercial ones. Those are like the square stone ones.
I'm gonna SAO. I'm gonna hand it to her. I believe so, though.
Yeah, no, they're the ones for the trails.
Okay.
To put along the trails.
So they're like those little square ones.
Yeah, I don't have a picture of exactly.
No, I know what you mean.
But yeah.
It's not the big green commercial bin.
No, trail ones.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good question. Anything else from the director's report? Okay, right on. So moving on then to municipal services. In your package, you had the meeting minutes from July 15th. Is there anything from those minutes? Okay, a lot of no's. So then you also now had your municipal services director's report in your package. Is there any questions on the Municipal Services Director's Report?
Yep.
Thank you, Councilor Karshak.
Just looking again at the capital projects, when it says loader replacement completed, does that mean the work's done and it's working its way back, or is it actually back in town?
Thank you. Okay, SEO.
I will confirm that, but I believe it's back. I think it's back and being utilized.
Thank you. Okay, just a lot of good work. Thank those guys. There's lots of things getting done in town. So good job for all in municipal services. Okay. Okay, moving on then, we had the first briefing note about spending authorities, public relations. If I could have someone move this so we can discuss. Thank you, Councillor Heaton. Just so it's that council approve a motion authorizing the mayor to approve expenditures from the public relations budget line to a maximum of $1,500 per expenditure, providing total annual spending does not exceed approved budget allocation. If there's a seconder? Benoit? Perfect, thank you. So in the briefing note, it gives an outline of what is being asked. Is there any questions? Councillor Kershak?
Who are the other people that spend out of that budget line item? And will there be any coordination, I guess, so if the mayor is allowed to spend $1,500 a pop up to the maximum of that budget, how do we know she's not spending what others, like, what coordination is in there from all the different people who are accessing that budget line?
Thank you. SEO.
I'm the only other one authorized to spend against that one, and so it all does run through me, and we do monitor our budget. My executive secretary might pick out lunches, say, for specific committee meetings or stuff out of that budget, or as directed by either myself or the mayor.
So whoever is allowed to spend out of that budget is going to be aware of what the mayor spends.
Yeah. There's another example too. When we went to NWTAC, I purchased out of pocket all the gifts that we gave to for the donation, and then had to give it back to these guys to get to go through this thing. So it's nothing. I'm not out there spending money on things. It's for town business, like a gift for the Prime Minister or a donation for what was that for the table at NWTAC?
Silent auction.
Yeah.
Silent
Oh,
auction.
I wasn't questioning the rationale behind it.
Yeah.
I just thought, well, if you're getting the authority to spend $1,500, and the other budget, other people who access that budget don't know, then you could run into an issue. But it sounds like there's not that many. It's just the SA as a whole, so it shouldn't be an issue.
SEO.
We still have to follow the same spending that we do here when we provide the expenses back, and they're tabulated and they're entered in.
Yeah.
So there is always a validation and at least a couple eyes on everything. So like when we're reimbursing her for her personal, it comes to me to approve the reimbursal. Right? It comes in as a check rec.
Yeah, you're still misunderstanding what I was trying to say. Like, I'm not questioning
talking about the
her
budget
for fraud.
line.
It's just, if she's got the authority to spend $1,500 at a pop, she could spend 3 or 4 of them, rightfully so, and be reimbursed, and use up a good chunk of the budget that others might not be aware of. I'm not questioning whether it's a valid expense or not, just so long as there's some communication. That was my point.
Yeah, SEO.
To that, then what we have suggested that we bring it back to council, so that we inform council regularly that, by the way, here is our line on our public relations budget, and here's the expenses against it. So it'd be fairly easy to give a regular accounting, a quarterly or monthly accounting of that budget line. Kind of in line with what I did.
Again, you're missing what I was saying. I'm not interested in that. I just wanted to know, like, what is the PR budget? How much, roughly?
18,000.
18,000. So I didn't want necessarily, we're authorizing the mayor to spend $1,500 a time, but if she does 2 or 3 of them, rightfully so, within that motion, then there's less in that 18,000. Whoever else is accessing that budget, which is you, should know that budget has dropped by that amount. I'm not asking for justification. I'm not asking about the process of her submitting receipts or reporting back to council. I just wanted to make sure there was communication between those accessing the budget to make sure that they were aware.
Okay.
That's all I was asking.
Councillor Benwell?
It's good that you have communication between the two of you, but it should come back to us too as well. In the monthly report or whatever.
Okay.
For sure.
Oh, Councillor Bay,
You're
you're muted.
Can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
I was just saying that we can't hear what Councillor Benwell was saying.
Oh, I'm
Oh.
sorry.
She just said make sure that we bring that information to council and that we're reporting on those expenditures.
Okay,
Sorry for whispering.
that's okay. Thank you.
All right, any further discussion? Okay, seeing none, all in favor? Okay, it passed unanimously. The next briefing note in your package is home occupation DPA 03325. If I could have someone move that.
I move that DPA 033-25 submitted by Cassandra Petra to operate the production and sale of baked goods and prepared meals from lot 343, Plan 207, 26 Pine Crescent, Fort Smith be approved.
Thank you. Seconder, Councillor Heaton. Perfect. Discussion? Councillor Benwell?
When these things come through us, and then like, do they have to go through a fire safety check? Like, does the person from the town, like what,
Like our fire marshal,
the fellow that comes?
Protective services.
Protective
Yeah.
services.
Do they have to go in this building and check for fire safety, even though it was checked by the food handling people?
Good question. SAO?
They are advised of the requirement to comply with all of those codes. They are advised of that. Whether or not our team does actual site checks, I would have to get back to you on that one.
Yeah, because Ms. Petra said that it was the health inspector went in there, everything was up to par, up to code, and then all of a sudden
Our protective services?
yeah, said that they needed to go in and inspect for fire safety, even though it was already inspected already. So she didn't know why that would have to take place, and does it happen to everybody? Like, that was her question.
I think it's because there may be two different departments, two different things they're checking for, but SAO?
That's exactly the answer I was gonna give. Those
Oh.
are two different things. If you're coming in for the food inspection, for to operate a kitchen is one thing, but the actual fire compliance, I would say it's fire marshal's office, but I will get back to you on that one. Do you mind if I just send you back an email with that answer?
Yeah, because this is the question that she has. Okay, because I mean, even with our Head Start program, the food inspector goes in there and inspects everything, and everything is up to par, including the fire code. So.
Well, I can give you, if this is off top, I know for my business, even though I had the health inspector in there, even though I had to have a full fire marshal inspection as well, and they would shut me down regardless if I had a clean bill of health. Because the fire, even though I do have a clean bill of health with the food and health safety folks, he came in and did a full inspection, and it's more involved. Like, they're going through my sprinkler systems and is everything up to date, is everything regulated, and it's totally separate systems and separate things they're looking for.
Yeah, but yours is different from the
Yeah.
state. Yeah, that was my question.
All right, you'll just follow up with an email, SAO?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Any other questions regarding this motion on the floor? Was that a hand up, Council Cox? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just curious, looks like the environmental health form looks like it's just for the event permit for the farmer's market 2025. Just looking to see if this was a long-term application or is it just for the farmer's market?
Looks like a long-term treatment.
SAO?
I'm actually asking that question. I
Okay.
don't have an answer.
You don't have an answer? Okay. You're gonna find an answer to that question and then email it back?
Yeah.
You guys do have an option, if you don't have all the information you like, you can also table this to the next meeting, if that's what you wanted as well.
No, I think there's a time constraint on here as well.
Yeah.
I have no concerns.
Okay, thanks. Perfect. Any other questions, discussions for the motion on the floor? Okay. All right then, all in favor? Okay, passed unanimously. Okay, so all in your package then, next on the agenda was our capital project update 2025. It's all for your information. Did you want to speak to anything, SAO, or do you just want open for question?
Open for questions, if you
All
have
right.
any specific projects.
It was a pretty inclusive list with lots of detail. Councillor Cox?
Thanks, yeah, lots going on.
Yeah.
I think so the one question that raises is we're at whatever, more than 50% of the way through the year, and this looks like it's only about 15% of the budget spent. I'm just curious if there's an opinion on is that indicative of our need for more capacity and more project management or more capacity across the board, or is that fairly on par in terms of just the way the budget flows out for capital projects? If there's thoughts on that.
Thank you. Did you catch that, SAO?
I did.
Okay.
Actually, I would say it was a combination of both, Councillor Cox, or Chair. It would be a combination of both. We are low capacity. We are swapping projects around, doing as much as we can in the time we can. But also projects starting up, we haven't got the final invoices. This is a snapshot up until July 31st, so any further invoices haven't been captured. And a few projects we put on hold just while we're waiting to see how other projects roll out, and finding the time to move those projects forward and ensuring that we have the cash flow to keep moving them forward. So if we have one big ask, we haven't received a payment yet from one of our funders, then we'll sort of hold on to make sure we have the correct cash flow to go out. So I would definitely say it's a combination of both of those factors, both capacity and it's just sort of normal how projects are flowed out.
Thank you. There's a thumbs up. Councillor Karshak?
Yeah, I got a couple, one question and maybe one comment. The rec center exterior entrances improvements, is that the entrance to the seniors room?
SAO?
Yes, I believe it's both the seniors room and I think there's one around the child care entrance as well. I think there's two of them and I know that those have been quoted out or it's just a matter of the time. It's when, and just as a third part to Councillor Cox's question, it's also contractor availability. Smaller jobs like that of our local contractors are busy on the bigger jobs. They'll get to those when they can, like our back steps here.
Oh,
Thank you.
Just I have a seniors meeting coming up, so I would like to give them an update. So.
I will double check exactly where that one is, but from what I've heard, they did come around. It is planned to be done. It's just a matter of contractor availability.
And another part?
And not a question, just I don't know if it's even possible. Is there any way to color? I really like this list, very comprehensive, and I appreciate the work that went into it. Is there any way to color code it to show like green, it's on track, it's on budget, red or something, okay, we're going over budget, just so it draws your attention to specific line items.
Thank you.
I don't know if that's even possible, but if it is, it might help a bit, help me a bit.
Yeah,
I'll definitely take it under advisement and see what I can do.
perfect. Any other questions on the capital project update. I see shaky heads, no heads. Okay. Okay, perfect. Moving on then. So we have a briefing note in our package to appoint acting mayor for August 27th to September 2nd. If I can have,
Oh, you're right, sorry, my apologies.
okay, we're not there yet.
Okay.
If I can have someone move this, please. Councillor Heath Benwell.
I will move that council appoint Councillor Karachuk as acting mayor for the period of August 27th to September 2nd, 2025, in accordance with Section 3 of Bylaw 902, council procedures.
Thank you. Seconded?
I'll second.
Councillor Tucky. Perfect. Are there any questions? No? Okay. All right, all in favor? Okay, are you not?
I don't know, am I allowed to vote on this type of motion or not? I don't know.
I guess.
Okay. I didn't know if it was a conflict, yeah, I don't know. I just thought I'd stick out a bit.
Okay,
A vote would mean you're accepting.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
I think you're in favor of it.
Okay,
Otherwise,
yeah.
if you were opposed.
No, I said I'd do it, I didn't know whether I was allowed to vote.
Sorry. All right, thank you, by the way, I really appreciate you doing that, well, both Mike and
And I
Erica.
noticed once you noticed that the SAOs decided to ditch during that time.
She was first, she had medical long before me, long. So, okay, in their package, for you, there's a briefing note for your information. Procedures, bringing forward new agenda items, concerns, and public complaints. It's just for your information. Is there any comments, questions, or concerns? All right. Perfect, thank you. Then now we're into H. H being the last additional one, and that was for the appointment of acting senior administrative officer, August 27th to September 3rd. If I could have someone move that.
I'll move that council by motion appoint Jim Hood, Director of Corporate Services, as acting SAO for the period of August 27 to September 3rd, 2025.
Thank you. Seconded?
I'll second.
Second, Tucky. Thank you very much. Any questions? No? All in favor? Perfect, passed unanimously. Thank you, Mr. Hood. All right, so now we move on to council business. Mr. Tucky, you go first, Councillor Tucky, and then we'll do everyone in the room first, and then we'll do folks on the teams last. Or, does that work? Oh no, I guess we could just go on. So Councillor Tucky, and then Councillor Cox, and then we'll go around as we should.
I'll be very short. I don't have too much to say this evening. Just like to give my condolences to families who've lost loved ones in the last month. I'm not really sure how the weather was for the first festival, but I hope the weather we got today continues for during the weekend, which doesn't look good right now. Just hope for a successful festival, and that's it.
Awesome, thank you. Councillor Cox?
Thanks. Yeah, my head buried in work here for the next couple of weeks still, so I not a whole lot to wear. I haven't had any updated meetings. I know there's lots of festivals going on that I think I'm missing out on, so hopefully everybody's enjoying that. But yeah, that's it for me.
All right, thank you. Councillor Benwell?
The Open Crate Festival went very well at the museum, and it was well attended. Yeah, and then Salt River had a culture camp out at Little Buffalo Falls. That was well attended. It was really good. Joy and I camped out there. It was nice, a little chilly at night, but without a fire. But it was warm in the morning. Yeah. And then the Métis had their camp at at Salt River, but theirs were well attended as well. So Yeah, so they had to really watch out for that. Otherwise, I think that's it for mine.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Heaton?
Sure, I've got a bit of a lengthy one. So I've had the privilege of doing a 6-week day camp summer program through the Fort Smith Métis Council, and I do want to recognize the community members that help support that. Alicia Kikwachagan, Seth McCurdy, Jenny Cummings. We also had support from Salt River First Nation with Caitlin Moore. The town definitely helped with that. So Kalichi, Prescott, Daniel, and Austin, they came down for a nice hike down to the rapids with us. Bruce and Jerry with our public swimming. Sam and Michelle with the library program. With Parks Canada, Luke and Taylor spent an afternoon with us out at Queenie Park as well too. Miss Joan Levington and her tennis program. ECC's Angela and Susie, we spent an afternoon with them doing our fire center. And then ARI's Trent Stokes, we have a community garden that the day camp kiddos put in. We also spent an afternoon at the Fort Smith Animal Shelter, so shout out to Linda, Robin, and Caleb for that one. And then we also spent an afternoon playing bingo at Northern Light Special Care, so definitely thanks to the wonderful staff there to allow us to come. So this is a different type of project, so it came through the communications committee, and it has to do specifically with volunteerism within the town. And it is an initiative that we found at the when we went to Ottawa.
Yeah.
So it's called Just Serve. It's an online portal that you can register your organizations in, and then if you sign up and create a profile, when these organizations within your area code or your postal code do updates on projects, you will automatically receive an invite to help support their volunteer activities. I know that the town staff are over capacity already, but I do think that this is a great initiative to help have one main portal for all the activities and events that require volunteers within our community. So we've been discussing it within our communications committee. I'd like to do a proper presentation to it with my fellow council members. And then if they like it or approve it, then I would like to present it to the community as well, because we know we are totally hard up on volunteers. Just with all of the different organizations that require consistent, proactive people with hours to kind of donate their time to. So that's my hope. I think this is really something that we can do to bring the community further together. And nice and easy, you will literally get a notification on your phone that says the food bank needs volunteers, or the animal shelter needs volunteers, or Fire Week Festival needs volunteers. So, thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Heaton.
Yeah, it has a lot of potential, to get the word out, because a lot of people, are volunteering, speaking from a retiree perspective, but they don't necessarily know everything and when and where, the details and the days. So I think it's really good that way. I think it's something that we were talking about, starting small and, growing into it and figuring it out. But it'll also allow us as the town to track people's volunteering. When we all think of maybe doing a volunteer of the month, or we're doing volunteer of the year, you're going to have all of that in there. So it's got a lot of potential on the user group and to get volunteers that are needed by putting out the details in one place to look, one-stop shopping that the town will host. But it also gives the town the ability to then recognize the many outstanding volunteers we have in the community. So it's got a lot of potential, and I really look forward to exploring it as part of the communication committee. And it's great work for Patty for bringing, Councillor Heaton for bringing on to that. And I think Daniel was with her in Ottawa, and then she got excited and she brought it back, and she got the committee excited. So.
All right, now it's your turn.
Now it's my turn to keep talking.
Yeah.
I forgot what I wanted to say. just wanted to wish well to our now departed, not departed, our now moved on ex-director of community services as she goes to teach biology to high school students. Maybe they'll teach her a thing or two. And in terms of students, I wanted to wish safe travels to all of our young people who are leaving the community to go back to post-secondary education wherever outside of the town. Just, travel safe, have a great and successful year. So I wanted to say that. And I also wanted to mention I attended, I don't know what the proper title was the housing workshop seminar, or housing
Needs assessment.
Needs assessment. So it was a very informative thing. There was people from all the different leadership groups, and I think some of our points actually were listened to. Now, whether it goes from the consultant to the government, we'll see. But that's something I took part in, and I found it interesting.
Councillor Bate?
Right on, yeah. Thank you. I wanted to echo the kudos for our outgoing manager for community services, and just thank for all the work that she did. And also, I might be a little bit late to the party on this one, but giving props to Damon McAllister for his award that he got, and kind of cool to see the Prime Minister give a shout out to him as well on social media. So kind of really neat to see national recognition, kind of going back to all the people giving back to the community and the work they do, specifically Uncle Gabe's, but all the really cool organizations we have in town. It's nice to see them getting a highlight.
Thank you. That housing needs assessment, I was there for that. I wanted to add on, it was a really good informative group. I think there's a lot of good leaders and minds in that room who gave a lot of information to the fellow who was here taking in that information. And just so you know, he said he forgot to tell us, but Yellowknife isn't included in that needs assessment. It's every community outside of Yellowknife. So it's going to be a more reflective engagement process of what smaller communities outside of Yellowknife, everything but Yellowknife is going back into this, and that's what's being presented to the federal government as our housing needs assessment. So I think that's a really good thing, I would think. I think we met with our bylaw committee, almost all councillors but one were here, and it was a really good informative conversation about the zoning bylaw that we're talking about, and then I followed up and I sent it to all the leaders and their EAs and everybody in the community, so they have that. And I think we're doing our community consultation on the 8th, September 8th, so all of the PSA should be getting out here toot sweet, right? So that be ready for that, and if there is any questions on the zoning bylaw, please get them in so then we can get anything that needs to be changed. TLC Whooping Crane was really great. It was really great to see all the folks that were here, and I got to meet a lot of people who are really excited about it. So it looks like as an annual event, there's gonna be a continuation. So that's really nice to see. And I wanted to make note that the Northern Life Museum and Culture Center, they did an absolute great job as the coordinators for that, and I want to send an appreciation out to Star Wilkie, Ali Bari, Michelle Regaldo, did I say that right? Okay, and Serena Shea, because their passion, creativity, and hard work really did bring that event together, right? It was just well done. And this week for TLC, we're meeting tomorrow at 2:00 with the Board of Governor Chair. So we're meeting initially before as a group, as a leadership group team, and then at 2:00 we're sitting with that Board of Governor Chair for Aurora College, going over all of the issues that has been discussed in this room about many things and bringing it to there. And so we'll have an update in September on hopefully what that looks like for everyone. And like you said, back to school, everyone be mindful. Some kids are brand new, never been to school before, and they might be totally excited. So slow down in school zones, because we, be mindful of the little guys. And that was it for my updates. Oh, and Fire Week, yeah, woo! Be excited. Fire Week's gonna be awesome this weekend. Okay. We have no proclamations. So moving on the agenda, the date of our next meetings are, the first regular meeting is Protective and Corporate Services, and that'll be on September 9th at 7 p.m. And then the next meeting will be Community and Municipal on September 23rd at 7 p.m. And we have the excuse, can I have someone move to excuse the two mics?
I'll move that Deputy Mayor Kieser and Councillor Corbett be excused from the regular meeting of Council August 19, 2025.
Thank you. Seconder?
Connie Tiffany.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see that. Thank you. Councillor Benwell? All in favor? Perfect. I didn't miss anything, right? Okay, good. Adjournment?
I move that the meeting be adjourned at 7:36 p.m.
Okay. Second? What did I miss?
Excusing of yourself and myself from the last meeting.
Oh, okay, sorry. I'm like,
Oh, is that what that one was? I thought,
Yes.
wouldn't we have excused you at that meeting?
we would have
No, this is this one.
that.
He's being funny.
Oh, are you? Oh, don't do that, man. I thought I missed something. Okay.
Just say all in favor.
All in favor?
Adjourned.
Okay, it's adjourned. Thank you.